Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Into the panel session. And we have one more session coming up, which will be a presentation from a Spanish business professional and academic with extensive experience in entrepreneurship, cooperative management, and international business. He currently teaches at the University of Cordoba, Spain, and has held teaching and consulting roles in the USA, Lithuania, Georgia, Malaysia, and Hungary. With a strong background in managing agri-food cooperatives and export operations, he leads strategic planning for a 15 million euro turnover olive oil cooperative. He holds a PhD in olive oil marketing strategies, and I am sure you cannot hold your horses to learn and scrap the knowledge from the expertise. Here I present to you Dr. Jose Antonio Lopez Castro. Buenos días, Dr. Jose, ¿cómo estás?
Buenos días, nice to meet you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Buenos días, Dr. Jose.
Good morning, how are you?
Bien, très bien.
So, do you speak Spanish?
Just a bit.
Okay, nice. Well, so you can see my presentation?
Yes, very clear.
Okay. So, first of all, thank you very much for your nice presentation, and for sure for the Muhammadiyya the University to offer the opportunity to make a presentation to my research. It's a pleasure to stay here again because I was visiting Indonesia. I was in Malang last November. It was one of the best experience that I have shared in my life, in the educational life. Okay, so that I have say it's a pleasure to stay here to share the project that I launched in a cooperative that you have explained. I have a double way in my professional life. I'm professor in Cordoba University. Cordoba is in the south of Spain, and also I work in an olive oil cooperative. Okay, that I have shared with the mate from Muhammadiyya University. Cooperative system is a bit different between Indonesian and Spain association. So I have tried with my presentation how we are launch a strategy plan, okay, in that we have to adapt to the digital area, and for sure to be more competitive in a market that is more and more show strength. Okay, so that you have explained, I defend my doctoral thesis last year, but I have more than 10 years experience work in the olive oil sector. Okay, also I'm degree in business administration. I was living in Denmark 1 year. I have doing also an MBA master degree. Okay, and actually, I have working in Cordoba University the 5 years, like a professor. Okay, so the agenda for my presentation. Okay, have estimate around no more than 30 minutes, and also 15 minutes to 10 minutes to make a question and suggestion, and also have a little video presentation how to work here our cooperative and how is the production process, okay, to have the olive oil, because it's very different how could see the olive oil here in Spain, because it's a cultural product, and compared with Indonesian, Malaysian, that also I was make a job 3 years ago there. So I have tried to connect with the heart of all the production to see how work and how we are make introduction innovation in a not only in the production process, also in the different lines like formation from the farmers, formation from the workers, and also how we can change the structured organization chart inside to the cooperative, because the production of olive oil, the harvest is very stational. Okay, only make the production process between October to November. So what happened the rest of the year? No, what happened? So I'm trying to make that presentation and say how we are trying, or how we have make implementation of different lines to be more competitive, to stabilize workers in the business, because that part is also very important. And for sure, in that case, the cooperative is located in Cabra. Okay, Cabra is a little town, around 20,000 peoples, and around 2,000 peoples work directly. Not only 2,000 people, 2,000 families work directly in the olive oil. Okay, so it's a bit important percentage of the motors of the production in general to the towns. So I'm going to that you have seen in the agenda. Okay, a little introduction, Montolive olive oil, sustainability and a circular economy, because we are a business that we make the transformation to raw material, and we have the final product. So how we can implement different strategy to be more sustainability with the environment. Okay, how we have introduced innovation. Okay, and for sure, future challenge that we can find in our way. Okay, that I have tried to explain. Okay, I have focused that three important items that we can find in our as a strategy vision in our business is Mediterranean heritage, because olive oil is very annexed or very parallel with Mediterranean culture, not only in Spain, also in Greece, in Italy, and other countries that have the same knowledge about Mediterranean diet, for instance. Okay, global trends, what happened, how is work the market right now with the different challenge that we can find. Okay, and for sure the vision for the next 5 years in the market. Okay, that I have explained in Mediterranean heritage, olive trees as a cultural symbol of peace and life, thousands of years of cultivation history. This is other problem that we can find. Okay, so many people have tried to push to plant intensive plantation. So as a cooperative, we defend traditional cultivation. Okay, for sure. Other important point that we have make a big efforts is about health benefits recognized globally. There are so many research focusing healthy benefit about the consume of olive oil. About global trends that we have adapted, not only my cooperative, in general, the sector, digital globalization, climate change. Okay, that is a big important items. For instance, 2 years ago, the weather generally in Spain, it was not in the best condition for the olive oil. So the national production go down 50%. Right now, Spain is the major producers in the world of olive oil. We produce more or less 60% of the global production over the world. So in that case, in Spain, we reduce the production to the 50%. So that provoke an instability between production, consume, and price. So climate change could occasionate also different damage in the market that make that instability. Okay, So if we combine of the item that I have taken, okay, about our vision is combine tradition and innovation. Why? Because my cooperative have 75 years old, but what happened? That the world continue work, okay? So we have tried to make innovation, but don't want to waste the essence of the tradition that we have here in the cooperative, okay? So we have 4 strategy pillars: is sustainability, technological innovation, digital transformation, and for sure, culture and talent. How we can try that talent with human resource like stairs or like a high point in a strategy plan. Okay. About Montoliva, okay, is a cooperative, you know, also is not equal, but it's very similar how work a cooperative, okay? In that case, it's a common goal, okay? So in that case, 75 years old, the cooperative start with only 20 farmers. Now we are 1,800 families, okay? So that I have explained is an important percentage of the global production in the town in Cabra, okay? Also, we share the cost and budget, is social work, and for sure, we give so much employment in the region. So olive oil is an important, olive oil and in general, agriculture is a very important sector in our area, okay? That I have explained. This is more or less average number of our cooperative, 1,080 families, that areas, the kilograms of the tons of olive oil that we produce. We are a bigger producer here in a cooperative, asset value, and the annual turnover between 15-20 million euros. Okay, this is more or less the number that we work usually. About the history, I have explained that was the first council that start, because if you know, the one cooperative here in Spain work like it's not equal, but it's like a government. There are elections each 4 years, okay? Imagine if there are 1,800 families, how to take decisions. So that families delegate their vote or their daily decision in a council. The council is presented by one president, one vice president, one secretary, and the rest, they are vocals, okay? So that peoples, okay, all the farmers delegate, okay, the obligation and the rights in that council to take decision day by day to continue work, okay? So after 75 years old, with that evolutionate so much. Right now, we have invested in the last 4 years so much in the production process to reduce waste, to be more competitive. So in the next slide, we can see, okay, I will try to explain how to launch that expectation. Okay, that is the first imaging, how was the cooperative. Later we will see how is the fabric, the manufacturer now. Okay, this is the storage. Okay, where we storage the olive oil around the warehouse when we store the olive oil along the year to make a good condition. That room don't have more than 25 degrees. Okay, right now in Spain it's not normal in that month in September. Yesterday we have close to 40 degrees, but here in Cordoba it's very dry, so it's very different the weather to Indonesia, to Malan. Okay, so we have to make a critical control inside to the warehouse to have the best condition for the olive oil. Okay. About improve brand reputation, okay, that strategy plan have focused in that point: production and quality, human resource as business asset that I have explained, and in our cooperative, is not only in our cooperative, in general, in all the business, is very important formation. Workers and farmers. We have 2 lines. For instance, this afternoon we have a seminars focused for farmers. Okay, there are a seminar focusing how to be more productive in the field. Okay, with traditional items. Okay. Also, how have improved our branding? Okay, we have improved our reputation. We have presented in different awards, in different food fairs. Okay, for instance, 2 months ago, I participated in the Fancy Food. It's an important food fair in New York, USA. Okay, 2 years ago, I participated in Japan, and we are very presented in Europe in general. Okay, and for sure, this is the new market in that we are export. Okay, this is the olive oil in the first day of the production process. So when we finish the presentation, we will see a little video in that we can see all the production process. Okay, this is the organization chart in that we have defined the business, in that case, the professionalization of the cooperative. Okay, farmers are on the top because they are the owners to the cooperative. They are a president, secretary, and I make the connection, okay, between all the departments and up with the council, in that case, by the president. Okay, so have different departments. Okay, the production, quality, and marketing, and financial, and human resource. Okay, this is the team. Are very, very young. Okay, and this is the product and different bottling that we have. Okay, you can see in the right picture the traditional bottle that we offer here in the shop of the cooperative, and also we bottle in high top olive oil in other type of container that you can see in the left. Okay, this is our main market. Okay, it's not include the USA because we have started recently with the first order. Maybe it's not the best moment to introduce the olive oil in the USA because maybe you can see right now USA have go up all the taxes to the importation of products. Not only in Spain, I know in over the world. But that I have explained 2 years ago, the olive oil suffered an instability between production and price. And 2 years ago, the olive oil was more to the double, more than 9 euros per liter. Right now, you can find between 4 or 5. So also we have suffered the increase of the tax. Right now, the consume have not suffered so much right now in our case. Okay, so this is one of the globality. Okay, sometimes could be positive or sometimes it could be the negative effect. Okay, about how we are work here in the cooperative to be more sustainability with the environment, how to work like a circular economy, because also in the production process we produce bone, leaves, and other alternative energy, that other alternative product that could be used by electricity, for instance. Okay, so this is some practice that we have tried to introduce in our production process, like regenerative agriculture. Okay, cover crops to protect soils, reduce chemical use. Okay, this is also not only a right manner to work. It's like an imposition by the European government. Okay, we have to reduce the use of a chemical product. Okay, enhance biodiversity for sure. Okay, also we have investing in not us, the farmers in that case, about sensor-based irrigation system. This is one of the problems that we have because all the plantation is very close to the mountain. So it's not easy to make an investment in irrigation system. But we have to make that efforts because we have seen that there are so many research in that we could reduce 35% of saving water. So it's an important items. And for sure, efficient resource management. Okay. About circular economy practice, maybe we will need 2 or 3 hours to explain very well how work or how is the transformation process between the entry the raw material and finish the product, because parallel to the production process, we produce other product that you have seen. Alperujo is a mix between the mass that is not used for the final product and the rest of the component. With Alperujo, we can, not us, in a refinery industry, they could produce Orujo pomace olive oil, and for sure could be used for the generation of alternative electricity, okay? For sure. Olive pits converted to biomass energy. And one of the practice that we can use is zero waste approach, okay? Because we try to use all the components to the olive. In our case, for instance, we use the bones in the production, okay, to heat the storehouse, okay, during the winter, okay, because right now we have 40 degrees, but in 3 months, November, December, we will have maybe 8, 5, or even 0 degrees. Okay, so the different or temperatures is very significant. Okay. Also, we have make effort in certification. Okay, for sure, the most important is organic certification. But one of the major items that we have awards along the last year was certificate in IFS, International Food Standard Certification. Okay, it's a certificate in that we can provide that we have a standard production that we could certificate here in Indonesia, in USA, in Japan, over the world. So it's an international certification. In that case, it's very positive because it's a recognized for the final customer. Okay, sure. One of the effort that we have tried is support for local farmers. I'm farmer to the cooperatives too. Okay, so I'm professor, I'm research, I farm it. Okay, and also I work by my cooperative to improve and make the implantation of the strategy plan. And for sure, one of the initiatives is a community development initiative around different projects that we have in the town to continue working and continue improving. Okay. Okay, I have repeated that presentation. So, about the next point, technological innovation in production, how we have improved in last 5 years, not only by the implementation of the strategy plan. In general, what happened in the sector, more and more we have tried to introduce technology, innovation, to control the production process, to gain to try to reduce consumption of energy, electricity. For instance, this year we are going to invest in a solar plant here to try to be more sustainable. Okay, so we are a that I have explained. We're a traditional business, but year by year we are trying to beat that jump to the adaptation to the market. Okay, so the second pillar, okay, real-time sensor, okay, harvest timing optimization, maximizes antioxidant and flavor. Okay, if we make efforts in the fields in the harvest, we have for sure we will be more productive, and for sure we could improve the quality of the product. Okay, and also, not only in the harvest, also in the business, in the production process, we will try to introduce predictive quality control and continue process improvement. Okay, inside to the cooperative, we have a department that work only with the farmers to control the harvest. Okay, because also we could have a problem along the years. Okay, and also inside to the business. Okay. One innovation that we have tried to introduce, okay, that also you can see other total different packaging. some client can say that you can confuse with perfumes, okay? But it's the our top extra virgin olive oil, okay? In my region, in Cordoba, is very typical the flowers, and so we have inspired the designer have inspired to in the bottle is like a geraniums, okay? So we have a different varieties, okay? So each variety have a different presentation, okay? We have introduced one QR code on each bottle right now. Talking about the history of the cooperative, but one of our goal is introduce the traceability. Okay, traceability of what is the who is the farmers, what is the parcel, what was make the production process, all the information that the customer want to know. Okay, this is one of the challenge that we have. Okay. For sure, we can introduce a complete product history, transparency, and the trust from the customer. Because right now there are so many difficulties from the final customer about the quality. Okay, because we have a different scale, extra virgin olive oil, virgin, and olive oil. Okay, so maybe you can see in the supermarket olive oil. You think that is the best one, and olive oil, if you can read the label, is 80% of refined olive and only 10 or 20% of extra virgin. So sometimes we can find the confusion for the final customer. So we think that a blockchain traceability could be a nice opportunity to offer to the customer all the information with your mobile phone. Okay, so it's an innovation. Sure, artificial intelligent logistic optimization, accurate delivery forecast, reduce waste and transport emission, all the transportation that we need to make the production process. If we have 25 million of tons of olive, okay, imagine how many transportation costs and the emission that we have right now. So there are so many proof with drones and other alternative technologies to reduce that transport emission. And about organizational culture and talent, like point 5, okay, we have introduced the pillar 3 is e-commerce platform, okay, because it's very important to have a good production that you control all the production process, but finally we have to sell all the olive oil production because the farmer what is the benefit or what is the profit to do the company. So we have to launch also different line, or we have in mind different strategy, okay, to that commercialization. For instance, immersive shopping experience, global customer reach, personalized recommendation. For instance, here we have launched a segmentation about weddings and particular events in that you would like to customize the olive oil or your gift from your family. Okay, so we can make this customization. Virtual work, we are working about that. You can use glass virtual to see the olive groves, the production process, also how work inside. We have not offered yet, but we are working about that. I think that in 2 or 3 months we could present it. Sure, accessibly from anywhere, and for sure, interactive storytelling. Okay, that part is very important. In our case, in Spain, there are more than 400 different varieties of olive. Each variety offers different features to the final product. So we have focused in one of them, that is pajarero. Pajarero is a Spanish name like a bird. Okay, so that olive is so sweet, and the people can experience that it's very sweet at first and later a bit spicy. The name of the variety is pajarero because the bird eating of the olive. So we have interactive storytelling about the different variety and why we are focusing that type of olive. Okay. Right now, this is you can compare the first picture about how work in the business. And right now, we have invested in the best machinery to have optimized production plans. We have tried to make an anticipation of market trends, also anticipation to the not only to the market trends, also about who will be the production for the next season. So we have to equilibrate the machinery also with the production. Okay, so it's very important to make a forecast in the demand. About the digital and marketing strategy that we have explained, we have different lines, Mediterranean storytelling or Pajarero history that they have say. Also, we have in social media different influencer collaboration with chef or different restaurant to make a receipt. Also with medical center in that we can share information about why olive oil is health. Okay. So, and also for sure, make market specific campaigns. Okay. For instance, when we participate in any food fair, international food fair, we make a specific campaign making promotion in that country. Okay. Pillar 4 that I have explained, digital training. Okay, this is also a challenge. Okay, employing the digital skill development in that years. We have started with one part of the equipment. Okay. Of the team in that we have improved, we have launched different formation, legal seminar that they can make digital, and for sure workshop and e-learning program. I think that is very important to continue stay in the market, and for sure from the people, from the in that case from the farmers and from the workers to continue evolutionate in the market. Okay. Also about agrotech partnership, we make different E+D innovation labs. For instance, we have collaborating with different sector. Okay, because I have explained we have different problems about the weather, about the rains, and also how could combine olive oil with other type of products, okay, in cosmetic and medical care. So we make a different collaboration with labs and also with little startup to make a new product development. Okay. About social impact and communities is very important, the work that we are doing in a cooperative, because imagine 10% of the population of Cabra work directly in the cooperative, more, because it's more than is close to 2,000 families. Okay, so job creation in rural areas. You know what happened with the rural area if we compare with the capital or the city. Okay. Empowering women in agriculture also that point is very important. Okay, in our council there are 2 women taking decision as a local, as a vocal position, and for sure educational program that we have seen. Okay, we receive every year a scholar visit to see the production process, and later we make a breakfast with olive oil and bread. Okay, and it's a funny manner to introduce the olive oil by the next generation, because olive oil in our area in Andalusia is very traditional. Okay, it's part of our life. Okay, so about the different items that we have talking about the presentation is that sustainability is essential, not only in the presentation, we can see in all the conference. Transparency, the build trust, and for sure agility in a changing market. Okay, if market make change, okay, we have to adapt. For instance, 5 or 10 years ago, the production harvest start at the last of December, 1st of January. But what happened? That the final product has not a top of quality. Right now, here in Spain, on the international market, they prefer the first olive oil because the intensity and the flavor is totally different. So we have adapt to the markets, and right now We start in October. So between 10, 15 of October, we start the harvest. So imagine how is the conversion in that in a cooperative, a traditional cooperative, in that is very traditional when we take is very conservative when we take a decision. But in that case, is so positive all the change that we are implementing because we have improved quality, commercialization, and the best price for the farmers. Okay, so also other future challenge that we can find in the sector for sure is this is not only in our cooperative, it's global, no? Carbon neutrality goals. Okay, continue introduce artificial intelligence integration, and for sure immersive brand experience. We are promotion right now oleotourisms. Okay, it's like other type of product in that as a guest, as a tourist, you can come to the cooperative and stay one day working, bringing the olive and make the production process, and then when you finish the journal, the day, you can take your own olive oil that you have taken by the morning. So it's very important to introduce immersive experience for the final customer, because right now we work by emotion. We work or we take or we buy the product by the different experience that we can see in the not only in the supermarket in general. Okay, so this is one of the challenge that we can see. Okay. Sure, this is for finish. This is one of the final phrase that we want to launch. The future belongs to those who innovate sustainability and embrace the digital area with purpose. Okay, so we combine tradition with innovation because we want to continue working and for sure to be more competitive in a market in that continue work with different aspects, and in that case we have to adapt, not only us, in general, all the business. So with my presentation, I have tried to explain why I'm here, because I stayed more than 10 years working with olive oil. I in research about olive oil. For instance, my doctoral thesis was focused is a strategy of commercialization and innovation in the agriculture sector. Okay, and also I have talked about how work here a cooperative, a traditional cooperative, a traditional business, how could launch different technology and innovation to continue improve, and for sure the different challenge and the different difficulty that we have found. Okay, so I say that I spend around 30 minutes. I think that is very close to 35. So maybe I have a video of 2 minutes or more or less. Maybe I don't know if you have it or I have to project it.
You can have it.
I can project it?
Yes. Yes, please proceed.
Okay. Can you hear?
We cannot hear the sound. Now we can.
So thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Muchas gracias, Dr. Jose.
Thank you so
And
much.
we
Okay.
cannot wait to
Thank
see
you
you
again
come back
to
here.
Muhammadiyah University and all the organization to make that congress. Okay, so that is my personal well, my contact. If you have any question, or if you anyway want to make any collaboration in a present in a future. Okay, so thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to stay here. I hope to visit again Milan for the next season. Okay, for the next year. Okay, it could be a pleasure. So thank you so much.
Yes, muchas gracias, Dr. Jose. Adios. And
Adios.
I take some of the notes. So we have 4 pillars that we can apply in our field. The first one is regenerative agriculture, that we can reuse it in any other plants. For example, the
Yeah.
Dr. Jose used the olive oil. And then the second pillar is the real-time sensor, so that we do not have to come to the field to check. And then the third one is e-commerce platform, and the fourth is the digital training. Thank you so much, Dr. Jose, for sharing the knowledge with us today.
Thank you so much.
Or can we ask some question, Doctor, from the audience here?
My case?
Anyone who wants to ask the question, one question?
Yeah, sure. If there are any question,
Can we ask 2?
okay, you can formulate the question. There are in the chat or?
They are live here.
Part of the audience here.
Okay, perfect. So
Yes.
I open.
The first question.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, thank you, sir, for the Brian presentation. This is actually my first time attending your presentation, because when you were here also last year, I attended the program that you did related to business model that you provided. So thank you. My question is related to actually the cooperative. As my friend was explaining right now, you mentioned a lot of what you are doing, but we are really curious about the challenges that the cooperative have faced in past years that really shape your current success. We would like to hear from you related to that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry, the question, sorry, what is the question?
Yeah, the question is the challenges that the cooperative have faced when in past years that have like shaped your current success, because sometimes you can, like, for example, face different challenges related to the climate change or partnership or like
totally. Yeah,
anything.
one of the major problem that I have find in the sector in general is a traditional sector. In my case, have 75 years old, And sometimes when we want to take important decision, maybe it's not so faster that in a private company. Imagine, okay, because our cooperative is by 1,008 families. So when we take a decision, and when we take an implementation of different investment in the company, we have a different debate, because the company is not us, it's by 2,000 families. So about the different challenge that we have, you know, the most important one is maybe the weather, because we cannot control the weather. If that season we have rain, for instance, in your case, you have so much rain there in Indonesia, in Malang. In our case, last season was not so bad, more or less 500 liters per meter. Okay, here is the average. Maybe in Indonesia is more than 1,000, maybe. Okay, so in our case, we cannot control the weather. So we have to try to invest in irrigation and other alternative items to not control, because it's very complicated to control the production of the harvest, but at least to be more established in the production process. But you are totally right. Right now, the sector have a different challenge, and climate change is one that is not easy to control by the farmers in that case. Thank you so much for the question.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Jose. Can we have one more question?
Sure.
Okay, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Jose, for the brilliant presentation and the complete channel that you have explained, because looking at the explanation is from the beginning to the end of that production. And to back my friend up, my question is, for example, from the start up to the local market, meaning in Spain, and now we are now trying to attract the world, the global world. So now, what are the strategies you've used in order maybe to establish, because you have talked about implementing an e-commerce platform. What are the strategies you applied in order for you to gain the global market? Meaning, in other words, the competitive advantage you have used in order for you to establish in the global market.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, well, when we implement a strategy plan that you know, all the business have for all the business have for important department, no? Commercial, financial, human resource, and production. When we take one strategy decision, is affected by all the department. Okay, so in that case, we have tried to adapt to the customer. We have to adapt to the global customer. But what happened? That if we have an industry with 70 or 75 years old, we have tried to introduce innovation, but we have not adapted. The first step that we take is make a revolution inside to the cooperative. So we change different departments. We have established a good control and quality department. We have improved the production, control inside all the production process. Okay, this is the first step. Later, we take it the organization chart, because it was not a professional, because in some time, not here, but in some cooperative, is the president of the cooperative is the people that who have the major plantation or the major production in the town. Okay, so it's not professional. So it's also one strategy that we have tried to launch inside to the cooperative, to take a professional decision to be more competitive. Okay, when we have make all that effort in the first 2-3 years about the organization charts, production process, and then we have make a good effort about the packaging. Okay, one of the major steps is to awareness with to conscientiate to the farmers to work together and to work in a competitive market. Okay, because if you have 1.8 thousand people working here, if each farmers work in different lines, it's very complicated. So this is other important point that we take in. The join and the union with all the farmers. So when we make all the mix, all that the different ideas that I take it, we have tried to say, okay, that is the money that we have to work here because we have to adapt to the market. Okay, so if we plus the different item or the different instability that we have find in the market, for instance, we have other countries or private companies that are invest in intensive plant. Okay, for sure you reduce the production cost, but what happened that for sure is not like us reduce the people and the employment in the region. So it is also, it's not a problem, but is also one item that we have to introduce in that equation, because it's not easy to introduce all that items and finally to be competitive in a final market. Okay, so if we plus or if we add that important item that we have talked about in the last question, climate change and other items that we cannot control, okay, it's not easy, totally easy for a cooperative to adapt of all the items and all the features that ask the market, okay? I'm not sure if I have answered your question by the perspective open, okay? It's not, maybe I have not concrete, but it's an open reflection about your question. It's okay for you?
Thank you very much, Dr. Jose. I have understood that the light you said on the question, and since you talked about the future challenge, I think it will be
okay.
The future orientation of your research. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Muchas gracias, Dr. Jose, and I let you continue your activities.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. See you.
What a powerful session we have, and I believe we all took something meaningful from Dr. Jose's talks. And now that we are all inspired, let's continue our program. That is an announcement of the best of the best. We currently have 3 nominees for the best of the best for each paper and also the presenter. I want to read the first nominees for the best papers. That's coming from 2 are from UMM and the 1 from Universitas Katolik Widya Mandira. The first, sorry, can we go by the third one first? Or the one? The one, okay. The first best paper goes to Universitas Katolik Widya Mandira by Mr. Hedwig Hendrikus Temai Lejau. Congratulations, Mr. Hedwig. Can we have you on the screen? Thank you, Mr. Hedwig. And then the second best papers coming from University of Muhammadiyah Malang, written by Professor Joko Sigit Sayogo. And then on to the next, the third best paper goes to from the students of the management, University of Muhammadiyah Malang. Congratulations to Mr. Mamadou Cello Diallo. And I would like to ask you to come up to the stage. And then on to the next nominees for the best presenters. They are coming from University of Muhammadiyah Malang, the 2 of it, and then the last one from Konkan University. For the first best presenter, it's from Konkan University, from Feng Tang. And then on to the second one, is from the doctoral program of the Management University of Muhammadiyah Malang by Mr. Ferry De Sampurno. And then the third one is coming from University of Muhammadiyah Malang. The third best presenter goes to Dr. Uci Yuliati. And for the names that I've mentioned, please come up to the stage. And I would like to invite Dr. Rizky Febriani to come to the stage and give the token of appreciation. I would like to ask Professor Widayat to come to the stage. And I would like to also invite Dr. Rizky to accompany this moment. I would like to ask Professor Widayat to give the certificate for the third best presenter to Dr. Uci Yuliati. Congratulations, Doctor, for such dedication and very, very best of presenting your ideas. Thank you. And then the next one goes to the third best paper. I would like to ask Professor Widayat to give it to Mamadou Cello Diallo. Congratulations for such a great written of the articles. May I hear one round of applause again, everyone? Thank you very much, and please come back to your seat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this international conference. What a very, very wonderful day we just had. And on behalf of the committee, I would like to say thank you for everyone who involved, especially our co-host, Universitas Katolik Widya Mandira Kupang. Please apologize for any inconvenience. And I hope what we have today help us advancing the sustainable business, embracing innovation and navigating the change in digital era. This is Hana signing off. Billahi fisabilil haq, fasabil khairat. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Untuk Bapak Ibu Panitia boleh maju ke depan. Bapak Kaprodi juga silakan untuk tetap di tempat Pak Wahidi.